everybody, welcome back to the channel and more Blood and Plunder here as we keep working our way through the remaining pirate characters. Now onto the legendary characters. We got Charles Vane today, very famous, or infamous rather, character. So a little bit cheaper certainly than Blackbeard, coming in at only 18 points. And he's got a choice here, or you have a choice rather. You can put him in the Golden Age Pirates or the Flying Gang. Let us know in the comments where you feel like he's more effective or what you've at least tried out. So for 18 points, we're getting the brace of pistols and the standard melee weapon. Seems typical for the pirates. Obviously, in comparison to some of the higher cost characters, we're going to have to cut abilities somewhere. And mainly we see that with the 8-inch command range. So still has 2 command points though, so we're A-okay there. And then a trio of abilities. So we're going to obviously have to gameplay around the shorter command range a little bit, but again, like a lot of the other pirate characters, we want to be up close and personal and doing our best to just, kill the enemy. So one of those special rules really helps with that, and that is cold-blooded. So, and then this is neat because some pirate units I think already have that, right? But here we can essentially apply that to things that don't have it. So what cold-blooded does is the commander gains ruthless. So we can kind of put that in parentheses there. So his unit that he joins is ruthless. And then additionally, any unit using a command point from him to take either a fight or shoot also gains ruthless. So if we can do our best to set up the enemy to where they have more fatigue than us when we then engage in shooting or fighting, and they have that extra fatigue, we're hitting, we get that bonus to hit basically. So we're going to hopefully land more shots and or cause more casualties in close combat. Hopefully just absolutely devastating an enemy unit to where they really won't be able to come back, or we just wipe them out completely. So good ability to have. And again, it's going to make that use of those 2 command points very strategic, right? Now we probably want to save 1 usually for maybe some rally action, because we are at some point likely to accumulate fatigue, but it's a neat ability that we can spring on people and really selectively turn ruthless on here and there where we need it. So it makes sense to then also keep a few units near him so that his command range is still able to affect them. So then he's got terror, which is a little bit situational, but kind of can play hand in hand with cold-blooded, right, as far as getting fatigue built up onto units. And terror is, it's not always going to happen, but at the beginning of a battle, each enemy unit takes a resolve test and a D10. If they fail, they start with a point of fatigue. So again, if they fail is the key thing there, but it's nice because it lets us be pretty aggressive depending on how much they fail, right? And ideally we have some units that can reach out a little bit further instead of just like pistols and things like that, but we want to be pretty aggressive, and depending on the scenario too, let's say really go after those units that already have the point of fatigue, maybe cause that second one, and really either slow up the enemy's plans to where they have to spend time rallying and maybe not being as effective as far as getting into good positions, things like that, or maybe even being a little bit more isolated from other parts of their force. And then we just want to apply that extra fatigue in the form of shooting, or if we get close enough, close combat. So those two can go nicely together. Now the last one is situational though, and that's a vendetta, and here against the English. So when fighting against a force of the listed nation, so in this case English, right, we can re-roll 1 failed die in any rally test. So he's not inspiring in and of his own. So many characters have inspiring or some form of that where we can help our own rallying, but he's going to do that really through just being bloody and kind of a monster in the sense of just taking the fight to the enemy. But if we happen to be going against the English, we have the ability to reroll for free there. So so all in all, for 18 points, there's not too much to them, but it's just, again, we're going to lend ourselves to playing very aggressively and trying to make as much out of cold-blooded, really, which is his one big trick. But should we get lucky and have the enemy fail a whole bunch of terror, really, then I think it is on us to get pretty aggressive and get up there and just start piling on the additional fatigue before they really have a chance to shake all that off. And then, from there, if we can really just massively throw on fatigue through outright casualties, getting more hits in because of cold-blooded and stuff like that, we're going to slow the enemy up to where hopefully they just can't keep up and stabilize, and we just basically overrun them. So all in all, pretty cool character, very, very fun backstory to him as well. Let us know in the comments, guys, if you've run Charles Vane, and again, do you prefer him in the Golden Age Pirates or in the Flying Gang? Let us know. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.